Hi, and welcome to the Projected Filings feature of the Portfolio Estimator created by Quantify IP. The Projected Filings feature helps to estimate the foreign filing costs and likely dates of intellectual property filings which have not yet been filed. The Projected Filings feature allows you to define future planned filings by country and route that are not yet included in your docketing system, but which are likely to affect upcoming costs. The Projected Filings feature provides you with the ability to set up a single default filing pattern and/or to vary them by group. Let us consider an application which has already been filed in the United Kingdom and has a future plan to file applications via the direct national, PCT, EPO, and EPO validation routes. To get the costs for these future filings using the Projected Filings feature, go to Groups under the Edit menu section and assign a preferred group, say Agent, to Projected Filings. Now go to Projected Filings under the Edit menu and select Projected Filing Group, say Dixon, on the Projected Filings screen. Under the various routing tiers, select the projected filing countries. You may specify a cost percentage at the route level, for example PCT or EPO, and/or specify a percentage for any country within those routes. To activate the feature, check the box Include Projected Filings in Calculations. Let us take an example where the group Dixon selects the priority country as the United Kingdom, then selects a direct filing to the PCT, then the PCT national phase filings for India, New Zealand, Switzerland, and the EPO, and finally the EP validations for Denmark and France. You can further define these filings by percentage, i.e. likelihood of occurrence. You can do this by specifying what percentage of the projected filing costs to use in order to most accurately represent your filing pattern. Unless modified, a default cost percentage of 100% is used. To show example variations in cost percentages in the Projected Filings feature, we will consider three cases. Case number 1. The cost percentage is left at the default, i.e. 100%, for all the countries and routes. We can consider this one the default projected filing costs. Case 2. Now suppose that you generally file to the PCT every time you file a provisional, i.e. 100% of the time. We would thus have a direct filing to the PCT where the cost percentage is left at 100%. Let's say, however, that for each filing to the PCT, you only file in India 20% of the time, and to the EP about 50% of the time. Setting these percentages will limit the costs for India and EP accordingly. For the EPO validation, we can have yet another calculation. If, for example, you only validate in France about 50% of the time that you file to the EP, then projected costs included would be 100% of the PCT costs, 50% of the costs for the EP, and 25% for France. The 25% for France is calculated as 100% for the PCT times 50% for the EP times 50% for France equals 25%. Case number 3. In this example, let's suppose that you only file to the PCT 8 out of 10 times. You would want to set the PCT cost percentage to 80%. If you then nationalize in India 20% of the time, file with the EPO 50% of the time, and set cost percentages accordingly, then the cost factor for India would be at 16%, 20% of 80%, and 40% for the EP, 50% of 80%. Furthermore, if you only file in France half of the time, 50%, that you file to the EP, then by changing this cost percentage to 50%, the actual cost factor for France will be 20%, which is calculated as 80% for the PCT times 50% for the EP times 50% for France, which equals 20%. To see this in action, choose the Portfolio Data option on the initial screen. Click on Add New and select the application type as Patent. Add the new patent family data and select the United Kingdom as the initial country. Assign the group category and group as Agent Dixon and click on the Allow Projections checkbox in the Edit Basic Details screen. Click the Next button until you get to the Work with One Family screen. Then click on the Enter Known Dates option. On this screen, the projected filings will show up in green along with their respective dates, for example, filing dates, exam dates, etc. To generate the cost estimates, click on Family Details. In the Family Details report, you can see the cost percentage specified for each projected filing route. Comparing the cost generated for all three cases, you can see that the cost varies as per the cost percentage specified for each projected filing. By specifically comparing the estimates for a country, such as France, through the EPO route, for the above cases 1, 2, and 3, we observe that the projected filing cost estimates for these cases are exactly in accordance with the respective cost percentages we chose for each route and scenario. The Family Totals spreadsheet displays the yearly costs for a given family. Here the countries specified as projected filings are italicized and displayed in green to differentiate the possible costs of projected filings from the cost estimates of active filings, shown in black. Thus, with the Projected Filings feature, customers have the ability to identify the future filings that will eventually appear in a particular family, and also to include all of the potential future costs in the cost estimate reports. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, when running a portfolio analysis, if you have included projected filings, an Include Projected Filings checkbox will appear on the Analysis tab. Without having to recalculate all the costs for your portfolio, this checkbox allows you to analyze cost estimates for all or part of your portfolio's active filings immediately, with and without projected filings. Thanks for viewing this brief introduction of the Projected Filings feature of the Portfolio Estimator tool. For more information about our estimator tools, please see our other demos. Visit us online at www.quantifyip.com or call us at 808-891-0099.